For the 100% cheapest coins on the internet with reliable delivery and quick customer support, check out my sponsor MMOEXP by clicking the link at the top of the description and use code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. Socials and family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden 21 video on the channel, and in today's video I'm going to be going over how you guys can earn a free 90 overall wildcard Wednesday player. In the video today, I'll show you the exact steps you need to follow to get this card, and then what I'm going to do is actually show you guys a couple of tips and strategies you can follow to get this player and earn him even faster. Now, as we hop into this one, I will have a second upload for you guys later today showing you the best 90 overall player you should be selecting in this pack. This is actually a fantasy pack you guys are going to be earning, so if you don't want to miss out on that video, hit that subscribe button with the post and notification bell turned on. I'll have that video linked in the description if you are watching this a little bit later, but if you're watching this before that video comes out, be sure you have the notification bell turned on, because if you guys can smash 200 likes in the first hour of this video being posted, I will do a giveaway at the start of that second upload. So leave a like, hit that subscribe button with the post notification bell turned on, and without further ado, let's hop into this one. Now, as you guys can see under the missions tab, there is a new double trouble house rules in here. This house rules is going to allow you to earn a 90 overall player once you get up to 25 wins. When you get up to 25 wins, you will also be earning a pro fantasy pack, 2 get a gold player packs, and 4 get a player packs. I already do have 10 of my 25 wins completed. These wins took me about an hour to get, so I would say it's going to take you about 2 hours to knock out all 25 wins, especially if you use the strategies that I'm going to show you later on in the video. But before we get into these strategies, I want to quickly explain to you guys how this house rules works. Now, as you guys can see, when it comes to winning this house rules event, when you lead by 14 points or end up winning the game at the end of the game, that is how you get a W. Now, you're going to start off in the third quarter with 3-minute quarters, so the game doesn't really take that long. I would say about 90% of the time someone will end up quitting before the game finishes, or someone ends up taking a lead by 14 plus points. Now, additionally, you can earn 2 points for 20 plus yard plays on offense and 2 points for an interception or a TFL on defense. Now, quick tip before you hop into the strategy of the house rules and what you guys should be doing to beat these is hop into your settings in Madden Ultimate Team and change your coin toss first choice settings to be receive. It is super valuable to receive the ball at the start of these house rules. I'm not sure if that actually makes a difference, but change it to receive. I'm pretty sure you do a coin toss. You don't actually do a kickoff in these house rules, but I'm pretty sure they do a coin toss to decide who goes first, so have that set to receive because you do want the ball right at the start, and that's going to be super valuable. Now, in terms of the strategy, here is the strategy on offense. On offense, I'm not really taking those 20 plus yard shots. A lot of people are going to be playing some pretty conservative defense, or they play super aggressive defense. If you're going up against a conservative defense, don't take those 20 plus yard shots. Just throw the ball short, move the ball, and get your 7 points. When you do end up scoring a touchdown on offense, people quit, I would say, about 90% of the time, so don't really worry about those 20 plus yard plays, especially if your opponent is playing super conservatively. Now, on the other side of things, if your opponent is playing really aggressive and sending a blitz to try and get those 2 points for a TFL, then you can start to throw the ball down the field a little bit and rack up those 20 plus yard plays. So it kind of depends what defense my opponent is running. Take what the defense gives you if they're playing conservatively, and if they're playing super aggressive, well, then you can try and torch them for a deeper pass. I'll show you guys some plays you can use which will be able to combat both of those defenses here in a second. Now, when you're playing defense in this house rules, a lot of people take the shot downfield and they try and get that 20 plus yard play. So play some pretty conservative defense. You can force your opponent to throw a deep pass, and then you can get an interception, and if you get a pick, I would say about 90% of the time as well, you're gonna get a rage quit. So play pretty conservatively on defense. People don't like to take their short yards for some reason. They like to throw the ball deep, especially when there's an incentive to throw it deep. And then on offense, take what the defense gives you if they're playing conservatively, and if they're playing aggressive, then you can throw the ball downfield. I'll show you guys some plays you can use on offense and defense in this house rules, and let's hop into a game. So hopping into this game, we are starting out on offense, and what I want to do is show you guys 2 plays and 2 setups from the Carolina Panthers offense. Now, if you didn't know, I do have an ebook for this offensive scheme. If you want a copy of that, I will actually give away 2 copies to 2 lucky winners that follow me on Instagram at BenPort and DM me the word ebook. 2 of you guys will be lucky enough to get a copy of that one. But we're coming out in the gun bunch offset in the Panthers playbook, and we're calling this play double post. Now, all I do to set this up is I drag R1. This is a very simple setup, and the reads are either to the tight end, to one of the crossers, or to Terry McLaurin. Now, as you can see, there is usually going to be no one in the flat over there, and when there's no one in the flat, you can hit that route almost every single time. What I want to do is run this play a few times, show you guys a couple of reads that I like to make, and then show you guys a secondary play you can run if you do just want to flip-flop between these two plays. Now, it looks like he did just switch to hard flats. When we do go up against hard flats, as he actually didn't switch to hard flats, but when we do go up against hard flats, like I was saying, you are going to have to make a different read. As you can see, that time we get our 2 points. It's usually going to be the tight end matched up on a corner that has to make that tackle. So a lot of the time, your tight end is actually going to break loose there, as we'll see if we can catch him on the D-line. It looks like we are going to be catching him on the D-line, and if he doesn't cover the middle of the field, that route to Terry McLaurin or whoever you have on that like post route is going to get open every single time. So that's the first play and the first setup that I wanted to go over. Now, another play you guys can run is going to be out of the same playbook. It is PA dig fork. Again, I also want to say with that play double post, when you are running it, look to the flats. The running back and R1 are going to be open almost every single time. Now, for this one, we're putting our tight end on a crossing route, and that is the read we want to make. The tight end crosser gets open, I would say 90% of the time. That time we had some pressure on our face. We step up, we hit Terry McLaurin. It's very simple, but a lot of the times I'm looking for the tight end on that play. You are going to need tight end apprentice to be able to run that effectively. We'll go back to our double post play right here, and we'll see if we can get someone open. It doesn't look like he's going to be covering R1 right there. We juke upfield, and we end up fumbling. Are you kidding me? We end up fumbling there. That's okay. I'll show you guys a couple of plays on defense. Probably a stupid juke by me. Now, when it comes to defense, I'm running the big nickel over G, and I like to have 2 safeties subbed in at linebacker. So Jamal Adams and Taylor Mays are going to be my 2 linebackers in this scheme. They both have acrobats, and the play that I love to call is cover 6. Now, the setup for this is really simple. I will pinch my defensive line, and I will put my safety in a middle third zone. So as you can see, my safety over there, who was chilling in, I believe it is a quarter, we're going to put him into a third. So that's going to be this safety right here, Marcus May. We put him into a third, and while we're doing all this talking, he is running a couple of plays on us. As you can see, the pressure is going to be coming in there pretty hard. It doesn't look like he's got anyone open. He throws it into coverage, and we should be getting a pick there. For some reason, we don't. Now, the thing that I really like about this defense is the fact that it confuses so many people. It's like a cover 6 and a cover 2 mixed into one defense, which does give a lot of people fits. As you can see, that time our opponent does throw behind the line of scrimmage. We do get a TFL. He's in a 4th and 4 situation. We already have 6 points. He has 0. You could argue we should have even more points, as we did put a pretty solid drive together on offense. Throws into the flats on 4th down. Picks that up. That's okay. I'm playing a bend but don't break style of defense. We're not giving up any plays of over 20 yards. Ideally, that doesn't happen once, and we do pick up maybe a couple of sacks or a couple of TFLs when we are running this, as he throws it into coverage, and that time we get the pick with Adrian Amos. We're going to try and break it outside. Adrian Amos is going to be taking this back for a touchdown, and just like that, we're going to be winning this house rules. So hopping into game number 2 right here, we are starting out on offense. Of course, we did that little adjustment, so we should be getting the ball, I would say, over 50% of the time when we are playing this house rules. Now, again, I'm only going to be running those 2 plays that I did mention. If you do end up getting my ebook, you will be able to see, I believe, 7 setups in there, as it's very clear that this guy is running man coverage. Now, when I see man coverage, I know that Terry McLaurin's going to get open. I know that DK Metcalf and sometimes get open as well, and what I'm going to do as an adjustment, just to make sure I have even more man beaters on the field, is we put Barry Sanders on an angle route. So man coverage right here, as you can see, that was a very, very easy pre-snap read. Terry McLaurin comes wide open on that little double post type of deep post. That beats man every single time. Now, this play, it just has so many man beaters on the field. As you can see, the drag, the post, the angle route, the C route, all of those are going to beat man coverage. We'll hit O right here. As you can see, he cooks up that defender. For some reason, doesn't make the catch. That was a really weird animation. I want to also show you guys one other little glitchy thing you can do to beat man coverage. This is something that I did learn pretty recently, and if we see man coverage, what we can do is we can actually motion over Tyreek Hill and snap him when he's on the left side of the field, and you actually don't audible at all. So he's just running this crossing route, but he's running it over to this side of the field, and when we run this route, he does actually beat the corner, I would say a pretty fair share of the time. As you can see, he's going to cook up the defense there as well. That's a nice little man coverage beater. He can't get pressed when you motion him over like that, so he does get a super glitchy animation. So yeah, those are basically a couple of plays I wanted to show you guys. We're just going to move the ball on offense. I'm going to go back on defense and show you guys my setup for that play one more time, and hopefully we punch this ball in the end zone right here, take a quick lead. If we do end up scoring a touchdown, it's likely this guy's going to rage quit. I usually don't last more than one quarter when I'm playing against these opponents. as it looks like he clearly switched into a zone right here. We'll see if DK Metcalf can get open. If he can't, we'll probably hit Jermichael Finley in the flats, as it looks like he was going to go cover that route. So we hit Jermichael Finley in the flats. He's fighting down to the 4-yard line. Even though you're throwing that really short route, he's still going to pick up a lot of yardage, especially if you make the read and see that the corner isn't dropping right there. I'm just watching the corner on the left side of the field and seeing if he comes downhill. Now, it looks like he did just switch back into man coverage right here, as yeah, he did switch into man coverage, and against man, R1 is going to be open. Tyreek Hill, he really didn't get into the end zone there. That's super frustrating. If you guys want a run play, here's what I would do. Click square, a left on the D-pad, click triangle. You can audible into inside zone. I know I'm giving you guys a lot of information in this video. Hopefully it does end up helping. Obviously, if you have my ebook, it's going to be explained a lot slower, as Barry Sanders is in there. He really didn't score again. We're really getting stuffed at the 1-yard line. 3rd down and goal. You better believe I'm running the ball one more time. Get into the end zone for me, Barry Sanders. We motion over our tight end for a little bit better blocking. And as you can see, Barry Sanders gets in. That's going to give us a pretty solid lead. Now, what I usually like to do is I'll usually go for 2 in these situations. I don't really see why not. 1 point doesn't help me that much, as he's going to be quitting this game right here. We're getting the W. It is very easy to go through these house rules if you use those tips that I did just mention. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you're not yet subscribed, double upload coming later today. Giveaway at the start of that video. Really helpful video later as well. And until next time, fellas, I'm out. Peace.
So,